Hello and welcome to Bricks and Bits episode 68. This week we have Just Too Good and Brickitect.
Yep, the regs.
The regs.
It's an honor.
It is. Welcome everybody. All right, so, comment of the week last week was by Brickitect. I was gonna show it and I don't think. Oh yeah, okay. So his comment that he wrote, we're gonna do comment of the week. We're bringing it back because I thought it was too funny. Brickitect said, "Lego Masters is a competition by the best unemployed school dropout Lego builders ever." So that's what.
Wait,
that's
who
what
said that?
Bricks are. Or did I say you?
You said Brickitect.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Five times I was like,
not that
great.
No, Brickstar said that. That's pretty good. A competition by all the best unemployed school dropouts Lego builders ever. So,
man, we got our show back on. I miss him. That's my long lost father.
I know. Did you watch his video the other day where it was like the wood minifigure with trees?
Oh
and stuff?
No, I haven't. I haven't. That was yesterday. I remember. I forgot to.
It's a little clickbait. The wooden minifigure is not actually as big as he is, and he doesn't hit it with the bat like that.
Oh.
So just so you don't get disappointed. I know. Brickstar clickbaited. You're being called out right now, Brickstar. We expect a full apology in the comments section below. Please. Anyway, so speaking of the wooden minifigure, we talked a little. That's the problem with the way we record the podcast sometimes. Is sometimes just stuff becomes outdated very quickly, and we talked a little bit how about there's like a wood thing coming out last week, and eventually it got revealed. So it's kind of old news, but the wood minifigure is like a thing. Now, I bought it. I think most people know that at this point. Justin didn't buy it. Didn't get one from LAN or anything.
I think they might be. I mean, a long time ago, there was something. It said Lego Originals offer. I hope that's it, because if not, then I just revealed something. But yeah, I think they're sending it. I don't know. We'll
Okay.
see. I want to review it because I'm not like the biggest fan of the price or anything. So it'll be interesting.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say, but yeah, Greg, are you gonna get the wood guy?
It was on my radar. The price, I feel like, is quite steep for it. Of course, I think everyone knows that.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched Brickstar's video on it, and in my mind, when I saw this thing, to me it looked like the head may like come off or turn. I thought it would function just like a regular Lego minifigure, where the arms would go up and down, the legs would move, almost like there's a pin inside there. And I come to find out that it's just a solid block of wood that doesn't move for $120. And I'm out at this point.
What are you?
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for somebody. I would totally do like a Kickstarter or something where someone makes something that's very similar to this that has moving arms and a head and legs.
See, I think that was the precursor to this, and part of the reason it exists is because someone was doing that and they were $180. So I don't think you're ever gonna end up with what you want, at least not in a quality that you want.
I would rather do the 180 for something that is completely posable than the 120 for this thing that's very stationary.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know where I stand.
You can't even move the arms, right?
No. I think the reason for that, though, is the wood would wear down relatively quickly over time.
No, but like if you have a pin inside there that isn't visible to the outside but moves up and down, I feel like it could work. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't like the plastic hands either. I just want the whole thing to be wood. I think that'd be really cool looking.
I also think the plastic hands is like a wear thing because you can put bricks between them. The round
and it needs
bricks,
to flex,
so,
which the wood's not going to flex.
Actually, no. You actually have to fit them into the hole of the hand. You can't actually put them through the hands.
Really?
Yeah, it's not like putting a lightsaber into a minifigure hand. It's like putting a rod down into a minifigure hand.
Oh, so what's the point then? What's the point?
I don't know.
It's a display piece, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. Especially now that I know you can't even move it. Like, come on.
Yeah. Did you think you could move it before? Like when you looked at it, does it look?
Yeah, I thought you could move the arms at least. I really thought you could.
What they really needed for this set, or I keep calling it a set, but it's not a set. I tried to stay away from that in my review. I kept calling it I called it a product in my review as much as I could.
Right?
But it's not a set like a traditional thing. So I was like,
it even has a set number.
It doesn't have the set number on the box. Anyway.
Oh, it doesn't? I thought it did.
It has like a product number. I wouldn't call it a set number. Anyway, that's just minutia that doesn't matter. But I didn't think. I mean, I don't think I ever thought this thing was posable, but the one thing I think this thing needed was like a video of like a very artistic guy, like whoever, like it didn't, like obviously this is probably like the brainchild of like 12 different people, right? Not just one person came up with this, but like you needed to pick one person, set him up in like a very like modern style room and explain like Johnny Ive style. You know what I'm saying? Like an Apple product video, like the contours of the head perfectly match that of the Lego minifigure. This like that's what this needed, and I think it would have really sold a lot more people on it. It's like
Maybe, yeah.
You gotta do something to sell it.
They did have a little video. I don't know if you saw a little video.
yeah, and it had dumb music. That was the video.
I mean, it was fine, but it was confusing because like they have all these artistic interpretations that you could like draw on it and everything. But first off, I'm not sure if a lot of people draw on it since it is so expensive.
So that's
second
the
off.
thing.
That's an expensive canvas. Like if this thing was like $20, I would draw all over it, paint on it, have fun. But $120, you mess that thing up, you are done.
Well, yeah, that's
it's definitely a premium product, and
I mean that's how it's being sold too, obviously. But like the thing with that is the expensive canvas is like if like I think people will see this on the shelf and like let's say Greg, you're not in the Lego world. Like let's say alternate universe Greg and Clark walks into the Lego store and sees wooden minifigure. It's like, oh, that'd be cool to buy and let Clark decorate, and then you realize it's $120. You're like, oh, maybe it wouldn't. And then
not so much.
Versus like if you go into like a craft store, like Joann's or whatever, and then you know what I mean. Like there's a difference there that this just it's too premium almost to be honest. It's expensive. It definitely is expensive. $120 is, and it's relatively small. But the other thing that threw me off about this thing is the box actually doesn't come sealed. And
I saw that in your video. I do like the design of the box, though. I love the way that it wraps around the corner there. I think that looks great.
Someone said that was so that they could check it like agriculturally in customs. It was like the reasoning it wouldn't be sealed. So maybe that's why.
That's an interesting reason.
But I would also say, why not just import them all to the U.S. and then seal them? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird. But maybe also to inspect them in the Lego store. You're typing loud, Justin.
But it's kind of nice that you can take it out of the box, enjoy it, put it on display, and then one day sell it as though it's new, technically, right? As long as you don't damage anything.
As long as you don't open the pieces.
I mean,
because they do have
it's strapped into the box, so you can't really do that.
Oh.
With like straps you have to cut?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not gonna work.
Never mind then.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. So, nah. What would your price be, Greg? You're gonna end up with one of these. I know you are.
Being generous on this, and I can't comment on the quality of the wood or what it takes to actually make one of these. I imagine it's pretty spectacular versus making something out of plastic. But
yeah,
like,
it's hand carved too, they say, right?
Yeah, like $50 maybe.
Fair enough. Like I can see that.
60 most, yeah.
Yeah, like I just can't see $120 on something that I would just set on my desk and not use. Although I pretty much do that with every Lego set, I suppose.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
I mean it's definitely cool for a certain person, like definitely an adult collector that wants something really unique that's a Lego product but isn't. And maybe $120 for that person makes sense, but I think for the vast majority of the population, they would, if they're going to spend money on Lego that over $100, you can do a lot better than this.
Yeah, I find myself somewhat wanting to decorate it, but I also realize like it was $120. Why would I want to mark up its perfect exterior? Like,
Dude, you're the one talking about cutting it in half.
Well, I know that. I would do that, but I won't decorate it. And then people,
I wouldn't put marker on it, but I would definitely cut it in half.
Yeah, exactly.
I just do a what's inside video where you just cut it directly up the center and see.
I would bet there's wood inside.
I bet.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it hollow or solid?
It's solid. I mean, I was knocking on it. It sounds solid. I'm sure someone will break one out.
You need to cut the arms and the legs off and try to see if you can pose them up that way.
I think I might have said this on my live stream. If Lego sends me 3, I will make the most banger video with wooden minifigures ever. That's all. Just front me 3 so I can just do whatever I want with them without feeling bad about the money.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the thing. I was with this. I don't know why they didn't start by doing like a small one, like one that's actually minifigure size or something, and then you could sell it for a cheaper price. See how people respond to that, and then you could go to a bigger one that's more expensive.
You see, Justin, that's the upcoming promotional poly bag that they'll be giving away with purchases of it. in the future.
Oh, you think?
It's exactly
You
what they're
think
gonna
they
do.
do
Yeah,
that for a free poly bag?
I'm sure. The first wooden poly bag.
Heck no, no way.
Oh yeah,
They're not that they're cheaper than that.
yeah, probably the plastic version of it.
Yeah.
That'd be
If they had one that was like the size of a regular minifigure and was like what 20 maybe, I
Yeah.
would buy it. You know, I
20,
wouldn't mind.
20
I
bucks.
probably would just to dive into it a little bit for 20 bucks.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
see if it's cool, and then if that's a hit, they can make a big one like this for a more expensive price, or maybe they'll hear the feedback of that small one, and they'll adjust it so that this would have had a better price. But it seems like what they're doing now is something that's alienating a lot of Lego fans because we look at the plastic, we look at how much it's worth. Even a lot of us use price per piece ratio, and in the way it's turning off a lot of collectors, which is what this set is aimed towards. So I think it's just kind of a bad decision. But I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. It's expensive. A lot of people have scoffed at the price, and I don't think. I honestly think it'll end up on sale like this Christmas. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I wonder what their projection is for sales. Like I don't know. It's one of those
I don't know
weird
about
products.
that early, but yeah, probably next year we might see it. I don't know. Well, has it? I mean, I guess I haven't gotten the. It's been selling.
You know what I would do with this if it were me? I have that Lego Forma, which I deeply regret buying. I'm considering
yeah.
selling that on eBay and using the funds toward this.
You
I would do that.
That would
Yeah.
be the way to go.
Because I would like this more than Forma, and having it as a display piece, I think would be kind of neat.
Yeah, sell your Forma on eBay, move on from that. You're not going to do anything else with it for the next decade
I
anyway.
keep forgetting about Forma. I guess everybody else did because I haven't heard anything about second wave or anything. They haven't advertised it.
Yeah.
I think it was a flop.
They sold out. It couldn't be a flop. They literally sold out. What do you mean? They sold everyone they made. It's the opposite of a flop.
It was a flop in my heart.
Yeah.
Well, why did you buy it specifically, Greg? Like I
bought it because of fear of missing out. I saw it and I was like, if I don't commit to this, I'm gonna regret not getting it when everyone else has it. And it was not that. I got it and I was like, wow, this really isn't anything special.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't buy it.
Mine just sits in my closet. I should sell mine. I should get rid of it. I'm never
For
going to do anything with it.
No, don't bother.
It was cool. Like I'm a fan of Lego as a brand though. So there's all like that's what kind of drew me to the wooden minifigure. I would say is just being a fan of the brand. So maybe that's why I would keep Forma. But part of me knows I need to. $200 wouldn't be. I think that's what I could get for it. So why not? Like.
Yeah, absolutely. Mine's open, so maybe if I got half that, I could get this thing for $20. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think they go for like 200 used.
No kidding.
I don't know. I feel like we looked at this like 7 weeks ago or something. And it was expensive.
I'm listing it.
Right now, we take a picture of it on the shelf over there, and we are good to go. Oh, so
if anybody has $200 they want to spend right now, come over to my eBay store and scoop it up.
Actually, send him a private message. He doesn't have to pay any fees.
Even when it sold out and everything like that, it might have been a bulk of it was just resellers getting it,
Lego
hyping it up.
I can't imagine Lego caring who they sell to. Really,
I know it's true. It's true. What I'm saying is that if that happens, let's say if it was mostly resellers who got it,
right,
they would notice. If they did notice that, it would mean to actually not make more, because if the resellers, stock isn't selling, then a second wave wouldn't sell as well because those same resellers wouldn't buy a second wave, and then they would be the last ones. So that's probably what happened, honestly. Because I don't see, we look at the custom community, Instagram, Reddit, stuff like that. Have you ever seen a Forma post after it came out?
Yeah,
nobody's customizing that.
I need to search up hashtag Lego Forma and see what's there.
I'm actually going to dive into it a little bit.
Look at it right now. I gotta know.
You got it?
Gotta know. Hold on. Just give me a second. Lego Forma.
Okay. Yeah, let me know.
The only post is a link to my eBay store. That'd be hilarious.
That's it.
The most recent Lego Forma post was 20 hours ago, actually.
Ooh, okay. Maybe it's more popular than we thought.
No, if you go like 10 posts back, it's like July 12th. The frequency of posts is like 1 per week at most on hashtag Lego Forma. Yeah, that's a tough scene. So it hasn't retained its popularity. That was an interesting thing for Lego, I guess. We'll see. I hope there's more wood stuff, though. I'll buy more.
Like I said, if they did a little one that's minifigure size, that would be a really cool little shelf top or whatever. But other than that, yeah.
Anyway, oh yeah. So yeah, I wanted to. Speaking of selling things, Greg's Brickatech logo. I think it was we brought it up on the show last week, right? And you said it was going for about $140, and it sold, and they didn't pay for it.
They absolutely didn't pay for it. No, and I looked at like the bid history, and it was literally like 2 or 3 people that bid it from like I think like less than $20 all the way up to that. So we're pretty much talking about probably 12-year-olds. No offense if you're 12, but they were just messing around. Of
I
course,
almost feel like a 12-year-old wouldn't be smart enough to do that. I feel like it's someone just more maliciously bidding it up.
Yeah, I think maybe it could have been a part of the game. Like, oh, let's see how high we can get this, and hopefully I'm not the person holding the bag at the end of it. And
oh yeah,
somebody was, and of course they didn't pay, which is what I fully anticipated. So whatever.
Yeah, that happens. You know?
I wasn't really anticipating selling it for that. I just put it on there just to see what would happen. I was hoping I would get more than $1 because that's what it costs to ship it, and that's what happened.
Did you? So you relist it or?
The interesting thing is eBay has a thing where you can send a second chance offer to other bidders that essentially becomes a buy it now at the price that they bid up to. So say,
that's kind of cool.
Say someone bid $100, $80, $50. I sent offers out to those next 3 people, and none of them were interested in either. So it was just it was all just a sham, you know, which I think we all knew it probably would be.
Yeah.
But the other set sold. The person paid instantly, and it was a Rock Raider set, and I sent that out. So
nice.
Second sale, baby.
All right, making money. Lego Forma next up.
Forma's coming up.
Yeah. Make room for the wood. I really want to burn one and cut one. Like dude, it's just so much. I got to do it. I resisted temptation. I resisted the temptation at the Lego store yesterday to buy another one, but we'll see.
Just destroy the one you got.
Yeah, that was my real thing. I was like, I'll destroy the one I have, and if I really want another one after that, I'll buy another one.
Exactly.
If you cut it in half, you could always wood glue it back together too. You wouldn't even notice it really. It might be kind of interesting actually. That's your way of customizing.
What if I cut it into like 5 different sections and then like puzzled it back together with glue? That would be actually a unique look. That might be the way to go. Huh.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Make that video.
And then burn it.
Yeah, well.
Burn the edges to give it some life. Don't actually burn it to ashes. Yeah. Huh. So, Greg, you have a UPS story. I didn't watch the video. I'm sure some people here watched the video. It actually looks like it did pretty well, like almost 10,000 views. So,
people were interested in it.
What happened?
It was a nightmare. Someone reached out to me on Instagram and said they had some Lego stuff they wanted to sell. It was someone that watched my channel, and I looked through their stuff and I saw something that I wanted, which was the Ferris wheel, something I have wanted for a long time, never really could find it on a deal. He offered to me for a really good price, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I sent him the money, and he sent me a picture of the shipping label that he was sending it out. Little did I know that he was doing it through UPS. I saw that, but I didn't know that they don't ship to PO boxes apparently. And this kind of comes into the story a little bit later. But I go to my post office box after it says it was delivered, and I ask them, I'm like, hey, I don't see it in my box here. Do you guys have it? And they're like, no. But they looked it up through the tracking number and said it was delivered and dropped off at my front door. And at first I was like, well, how did they know my home address? Because it was my post office box. So if anything, it should have went back to the seller, right? Like if they can't deliver to a PO box, it should go back somewhere. So I call UPS and do a claim with them to start that process. And the lady that I talked to gives me like a complete BS answer. I come to find out, she tells me it's at a secure location and will be delivered to me the next day. And I said, well, what does that mean? Like secure location? Does that mean it's like, it didn't get delivered to someone's house, right? Like it's at like a UPS store. She's like, yeah, it'll be there tomorrow. So tomorrow comes, I don't get it. So I start checking through my emails from the claim, and it shows me the address that it shipped to, which is in my town, but certainly not my address. Ooh. So I do like the reverse searching where you type in the address and you try to find like the person's name, because you can pretty much find anybody on Google. And I find this guy who owns like a business, and I find his home number and his cell phone. So I call his home number, it's disconnected. I call his cell phone number and get him. So in the process of calling him, I see that one of his previous addresses that's listed on there was my PO box. So he was the guy that had my post office box years ago before I had it. And apparently UPS made that connection between that PO box and his physical address and just decided that instead of sending it back to the seller, why don't we just go ahead and drop it off at this guy's house, whether it's his post office box or not? Because obviously people keep their post office boxes for all eternity, right? So I call this guy and he seems kind of shady over the phone. I tell him like the situation and he's like, yeah, I'm not at home right now, but I didn't see a package on my porch and I've got 2 kids. One's a 14-year-old and he gets packages all the time. So that's like when I knew that this thing was gone. I wasn't going to get this, but he's like, I'll go home tonight and I'll check it and call you back. He never called me back. So I call him and he's like, yeah, we have it here. And I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, you can come over and get it, whenever's convenient. So I'm like, I'll come over right now and get it. So I go over, I get it, I bring it home, I open it up, I take a picture of it and send it to the guy that sent it to me. And he's like, yeah, it's all there, everything's good. So I got it. And it was an ordeal. But the biggest thing, I guess, to learn from this is if you're shipping something through UPS, you can't send it to a post office box. And if you happen to do that by mistake, they may completely deliver it to a completely random person that may not be as honest as the guy that I dealt with and just keep whatever it is. Yeah. And that would have sucked.
How was how sketched out were you like getting up to the house? Like
it wasn't
That's
that
what
bad.
I want to
like,
hear,
I mean,
what you say to him.
I'm basically doing UPS's job apparently. Like that investigation and the claim that they did, nothing's happened with it. I haven't received a phone call, nothing. So if I just sat back and was like, okay, UPS figured it out, nothing would have happened. And from what I understand, what they would have done if they couldn't track it down, like say that person never answered their door or they just kept it, they would have gave the sender or the person that mailed it whatever the value of the item is. It's sort of like an insurance policy almost.
Right.
So
what'd you say? Like, was the guy nice when you went up to him? Like
his wife actually answered the door and she just handed it to me and there wasn't like any conversation. I just said thank you and I left, but it was like dark and stuff and it was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my fun experience of going through UPS.
Show up wearing night vision goggles.
Yeah, and I had like a bunch of comments where people are like, this same stuff's happened to me. They did this. I didn't get my product back. Because, I mean, if you didn't have an honest person, that person could just be like, yeah, I didn't get it. And even if the UPS guy's like, I dropped it off on your porch, it's their word versus his,
Wow.
So that sucked.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a pain. I've never had that happen, so there's that. That's positive, I guess. That is insane. But I mean, at least you got it all. That's good.
It was the Ferris wheel from 2015.
Yeah, the Creator Expert Ferris wheel. It was $100.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
That to me for, and he threw a bunch of extra stuff in with it. So it was like, this is a pretty valuable package to lose,
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, so was it open when you received it? Like the package, like when you went and retrieved it from the people?
No, he was being honest. He didn't open it up.
Oh, that's nice.
Just the way he was talking on the phone, though, like he was kind of like, he even said something like UPS lies sometimes. I felt like he was setting me up to not have the package.
Yeah.
Because like it was dropped off on Wednesday and this was Friday. And he was like, I didn't see it there when I left the house today. So
well,
I don't know. It was
honest at the end of the day.
Yeah. I thought maybe if anything, like if they got it and opened it up or whatever, maybe after talking to me and like me being like a nice guy to him, they would just like put it all back in there and be like, yeah, sorry, we opened it. But it was sealed.
Huh, that's good. But yeah.
There are good people left in the world, if you're wondering.
Speaking of that, did I ever tell you the story? Oh, I don't know. I never really got closure on this, but one day, like 8 months ago, an Xbox just showed up to our house, like in a box, like from North Carolina. It was like an Xbox 360, like a used one. I was super sketched out. Nothing ever came of it, but I didn't really know. So that happened.
What'd you do with it?
I don't know what happened to it. We probably threw it out. Might have been Greg's. I don't know.
Wait,
yeah,
you threw it away?
Well, yeah, it was like an Xbox 360. I don't know.
I mean, it is old, yeah. But
I don't know what happened.
Was it addressed to someone else, or what was the?
It was to our house, I think, with no name on it.
Oh.
So I really didn't know what to do.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That is very weird.
Was there a return address on it? Or you don't?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think that's why I was really sketched out, is that there wasn't.
Wow, that's weird.
I don't know. I don't remember well enough now.
Yeah.
Yeah, your story just reminded me of that, though.
Yeah.
All
But somebody might have been expecting that, and the other guy's like, yeah, I sent it out to you. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that probably did happen like that. Huh. Yeah. Anyway, LEGO put out a survey, kind of an interesting one. Has some interesting stuff here. I just want to kind of skim through it. It essentially is like, do you want custom stuff? like I think they're trying to find out if they can have like, if they can sell you more stuff, more custom stuff, or at least like have a third party do it and get royalties or something like that. Like
Let me see.
it also seems like there's a lot of train stuff in here from what I can see. Like, just stuff like that.
You're saying like they're gonna license the Lego name out to other companies to make like Lego like popsicles and things like that, or
I'm not sure. I mean, I listened to Brickstar's video when he mentioned it, and he seemed to think that part of it was like that, like where they would have where they could have like a third party create stickers for Lego sets after they're out of production.
yeah, okay, I remember him talking about that. I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah. So
Yeah, look, it says reasons to purchase stickers, printed elements. They even mentioned lights, which is interesting. You know, like those lighting kits and everything.
Lighting kits are big. Lego, if Lego gets in that game,
They should, honestly.
I agree. They definitely should.
Yeah.
Custom train tracks, that'd be a big thing with a lot of Lego.
Yeah, more. Yeah, because I feel like the train track Lego world is very limited. Like they don't produce a lot. So if they could produce more of that, that would probably be very, very big for the train community. And they also don't make a lot of trains. Like they used to have like the My Train stuff back in like '04, but there's really not much. Like there's the winter train now and like the passenger train, but like I mean, there's not much train stuff for something you would think could be much more popular year over year with people making like, there's the people that do like the custom train layouts with like actual like model trains. Like you would think that could be a pretty big thing for Lego, but I guess not. I don't know.
Well, with this, you could see it seems like Lego, and this is something that we've seen a lot lately. They're loosening up a lot, which is good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're becoming less strict with their, their policies and everything in this digital age. And I think that's
get with the times.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
The jewelry one I did not look at, but it appears they're looking into like ring, money clip, bracelet, necklace, charm.
Well, that's the thing that there's been that theme that people are talking about where it's
what is it called? Dots.
Dots.
But that's gonna be for like little girls, I think, because of the justice thing. I think this is like an adult-oriented survey.
Yeah, you're right.
So, like little girls aren't thinking about their personal image or making a statement.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, what would they do for like what would Lego jewelry like if for adults? Like
that is
minifigure earrings. Like what?
You want to talk about a small market
for that?
Adult women who want Lego jewelry is probably one of the smallest markets you could ever be in.
But maybe the jewelry looks so good that it gets people into it.
Yeah.
That's the counter to that. Maybe they start putting diamonds in it, and they're like, "Ooh, got the 2x4."
They make a minifigure pendant instead of a big giant wooden one. They could do that.
Yeah, whatever it is. It just seems interesting that there is a lot of stuff here that they could potentially be working on.
Yeah. I think it's cool to see them branch out and do some fun stuff.
Yeah, I also I like them doing a survey. That's nice. Like, let people speak. Like, don't just do.
Well, they've done that. They've done that a lot recently. I don't know if you've been keeping track with the ones Brickset posts, but like, Brickset shares a bunch, and they ask for specific things like licenses and that you want to see and everything. Those are always interesting to fill out.
Nintendo, please.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime I put Nintendo, bring back Simpsons. Thank you. That's it. Never works though.
Can't stop trying though. So I recently started building 1999 sets. And
oh no.
I must say I am surprised. There's a lot of stuff that's changed over the years, and now that I'm finally doing it, the honeymoon is wearing off. The sets are not great. like it was a rough start for sure. I mean, and it's impossible for me to look at it through the lens of being 8 years old in 1999 and being like, these are the best thing ever because they're my childhood. Because I was 3 or 2. You
should specify you're only doing Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Star Wars, when it started out, like this was one of Lego's first licensed themes. So I like the 1999 sets for nostalgia, but yeah, they're not very great. They're very blocky.
No, everything is bricks. Like that's part of the building is bricks and plates. That's what it is.
Exactly. And there's a lot of loose parts too, like parts that just come off.
There's a couple examples I can think of that, but for the most part, a lot of the models just straight up look bad. I mean, it's hard to get by. I mean, I've seen the pictures of them for years and years, and I look at them on Brickset or whatever, Bricklink or eBay when I'm shopping around, and finally having a physical in-hand model of a lot of these sets has really changed my opinion of them, I think. Like, you can look at the picture all day, but actually having something does mean something sometimes. This is one of those cases. Like,
Yeah.
like I pick them up and I'm like, what is this? This is garbage.
A couple years back, I was trying to get like all the 90s, 99, and 2000 Star Wars sets, and it just got to the point where a lot of them are very expensive and not worth it because they reuse a lot of minifigures, and like you said, the builds are just
yeah,
they are what they are.
Lackluster. So,
but I still love, like, if you should try getting some other 99 sets from other themes, because there's some great like themes that are just like not licensed, you know, not Star Wars, but like Town, even Rock Raiders, which we mentioned a little bit earlier. Ninja was like a really small 99, 98 theme, but that's a fantastic theme.
So what's changed though is what I really kind of wanted to, other than like the design of it, obviously. I was just thinking like packaging wise, like some of the instruction manuals are prohibitively large. To say that when you're building in a semi-limited space, like my desk here, the instructions would take up like more than half of the building space I have, so I have to pull them up online. So
if I'm not mistaken, because I got the Gungan sub, doesn't like some of those bigger ones have like comic books at the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's also that.
Yeah.
And the instructions also don't have like the pieces that you need for every step. So with every set, like at least like larger sets, I'll definitely miss a step at some point or miss pieces. And then, you know, you got to go back and figure it out. And it's like a pain and a headache.
But the pros with those older ones is they had two things I like that they don't do anymore. The alternate builds, which I love seeing those. You know, most of them are kind of crappy.
Yes.
But also... What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that, I mean, they're crappy, but so is the model they came from.
That's true.
You can't improve.
They managed to be even crappier. Yeah. I don't know. And also, they would be packaged with catalogs sometimes, so you would get like
a lot of them do have the catalogs.
I love that. I think that's cool. But I mean, nowadays we could get catalogs with it, but it's just cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you can order straight out of the things you get in the box, so you just write it on your stuff in there and your card or whatever and send it in.
Right.
I need to send one of them in and see what happens. Speaking of seeing what happens, I got, where's my X-Wing? Hold on, give me 2 seconds here. I just gotta grab this. I got a mismolded part. Did you guys see my Instagram story?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Did you see it, Greg?
Awesome.
No, I didn't see that. Let me go check it out.
Oh, it's gone now. Hold on, let me get you the image. So yeah, I unboxed my X-Wing and pulled out the pieces, and I think it was like the first piece I pulled out actually. How do I see my past stories? Archive. I'll show it to you guys on the picture here in a second. There you go. All right, I'm sending this to you, Greg. Or Bricks and Bits chat, text message, and send. So yeah, I pull this out of the box, and all of a sudden, here, let's see. This one. The one of the pieces is just like, it looks like it had been eaten. Like that's what it looks like, but it's actually not. It's smooth. It's clearly a molding error. It just sent, I think. And yeah, it's pretty cool to have. I need to call LEGO customer service, and I want to like see what they'll do for me. I mean, I don't think they're gonna do anything, but I thought I thought the video would be cool if it's like,
yeah, you got to record that.
Contacting LEGO customer service 20 years later or something, like,
because it's an old gray part, right?
Yeah, they don't have it. So, I know that,
exactly.
But I still want to see their reaction. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, what are they actually gonna do? I don't know. It's kind of an interesting thing. I don't know what LEGO's policy on like retired sets is that just never got opened. So I'm gonna find out though. It's one.
I know it's with like some of the old stickers, because I try getting I was able to get in like 2012, 2013 like the town plan stickers, which was awesome because those go for a lot and mine were dying. But then I tried getting the Simpsons house ones. I couldn't get it in like 2017.
How old was town plan in 2012?
2012. It was like 2014, but it was 6 years old, and it was off shelves for like already like 4 years. Like it had a very limited run. So
yeah, I guess they just hold on to like however many extra sticker sheets they have until they're gone, I guess.
Exactly. Well, also I don't know if they do licensed stickers. That might be why I wasn't able to get the Simpsons ones.
Well, I'm sure they will replace them if they're like, they have to have them to replace.
Right.
They do.
That's what
They probably just ran out of Simpsons ones.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't think
those
they
are too expensive online.
don't do licensed stickers, but I have
Yeah,
bought some
you're
like
right.
third-party stickers before, like just because the official Lego ones were expensive as hell, and I was like, all right, we're buying these for $7.
Were the quality like on par?
Yeah, it's good enough. Like it doesn't have a glossy feeling. It has more of a matte feeling, I would say, to the sticker. But you're just looking at it, so it doesn't matter what it feels like. Like it looks just the same. So, but then again, and people say that about Leppin, I guess. So
I was just thinking that, not the stickers.
I'm like, it's the one thing I'll bend on is the stickers. give me the knockoff stickers. I don't care. I just want the stickers to look good. So that's what I did with I did that with the Tantive 4. I need to do it with some other sets that I have that need a replacement, but I'll get around to it. I just thought it was interesting how the times have changed. The boxes, the quality of boxes is a lot better. The old boxes were really thin, and sometimes they had like this pizza tray inside or whatever.
The pizza tray, I like those.
It's kind of cool. It is kind of cool because you could theoretically, if I was 8 years old and I got a Lego set like that, I could build it in the car pretty easily.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I usually build those old sets in there, or I use it to store stuff.
Yeah, that's my use case for that. So I was like, that's nice, but the boxes, end up not being great. They get bent and dented and everything. So yeah, I don't know. It's just nice to have this weight lifted off my chest. So no one's gonna ask me when are you gonna build those sets you've had for a year and a half that you keep saying you're gonna build. Like that's good. That's done.
Oh, I feel your pain there. Do you regret opening these up and building them though, being that you don't really love them that much? Would you rather just kept them sealed at this point?
Right, like to just be like, I have all the original sets sealed. No, I'm glad I opened them. I want to make videos on them. I want to see what they're like. I want to experience them. So I'm not mad. What I'm gonna do with them though is I don't want them to get dusty because I just opened them. They're brand new. So I'm gonna go to Target tomorrow, I think, and buy like a clear like just a box to put them in and just keep them there until I have a proper way to display them in the future with like a glass case for like the original wave. That would be kind of cool to me. So even though I don't think it's like the most aesthetically pleasing Lego sets ever, it's still nice to have the originals, right? So yeah, I don't regret it, but it took me like 5 minutes of staring at them to like make myself start opening, but then I did it. Like once you cut the first seal, it's like the dam is breaking, the floodgates open. So once I broke the first seal, I was good. I didn't think about it after that, but yeah, feels good though. Feels good to be getting something done there. We got some Chinese New Year sets. So I'll move on to that.
Oh sure. Yeah, definitely.
So Justin, when's the big day?
Well, we're thinking probably January 11th because the set comes out January 10th. So we want a little privacy, and then January 11th, we'll have the wedding. All right, you guys are invited.
Where's the wedding?
It's probably gonna be. I'm thinking probably down south, so you'll be able to get a little taste of South Florida. We're thinking on the beach or something. So
Miami Beach.
Basically, yeah, that's a great location. Probably, Greg, I'm getting married to a Lego set. I don't know if
I saw your video title. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I mean, it's a cool set. Cool set,
but not that cool.
Really, I love these. I specifically Temple Fair. I like the other one fine, but like, that set for $120 looks incredible. I don't know. I mean,
sure, it looks nice, but like,
I think it looks like
it ain't marriage material.
I love this set. Like, there's not really anything I don't like here, and I love so much about it.
So this is your favorite set ever, then? If you'd marry it?
No, it's not my favorite. Well, I can't marry the Simpsons house. It's a license. They're owned by Fox, so I can't marry it. But as a surprise, you just fall. You have love at first sight, and this love at first sight.
This is like your mistress to your real marriage, which is.
Yeah, don't tell Pretzel Girl, but
Oh no.
Yeah, that's why I've been hiding my UCS Imperial Shuttle so it doesn't find out. I've been
Exactly.
The Star Destroyer has been catching my eye lately.
Someone needs to did anybody make a meme of that? Like,
yeah, I'm sure. Sure it'll happen. I'm sure it'll happen now.
Oh man. No, but yeah, this set. I mean, look, I don't think there's any stickers in this set. By the way, those are all prints. Which there's a billion amazing prints in this
Speaking
set.
of no the 1999 sets don't have stickers. That's another thing that's changed.
Exactly.
There are no stickers.
You're right.
They weren't invented yet in 1999.
We need to go back in time.
But yeah.
No, I know. I'm kidding. But obviously they existed, but they just weren't
there was
Star
an
Wars
old
sets.
Yeah, no, I guess they started using that around Revenge of the Sith, huh? Because I don't think any of the Attack of the Clones.
No,
or...
the 2002 ATT definitely had stickers. Yeah.
Oh, it
no,
does.
they,
Okay.
They were around. They probably 2002 might have been the first year that I know for sure with stickers for Star Wars. But yeah, anyway, back to these. I mean, these sets look nice. I think I'm tapping out on Chinese New Year sets. This is $200 more of Chinese New Year sets that I don't need or have room for. I think I got to tap out. That's where I'm at.
I mean, I understand. You know, they're mine, so you're good.
They're so nice. What these remind me of is like almost like a fan-made mock that Lego is making, because it's just so good.
It's like it's a level of detail above so many other themes, and I don't even know if I think they're going to be direct to consumer. The press release didn't really make it specific, which usually they do. So you might even be able to find these at Target, but they feel like collector's sets, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I love the colors on the temple. Like the temple colors are
the teal,
like,
blue, and the
orange.
You like the fact that there's like 28 minifigures with that, right?
That too, yeah. And there's a lot of like, for some reason, I mean, they put Parker's hair from hidden inside, you know, the beanie with the orange hair coming to the side. I don't know if you see it.
Yep.
That was totally unnecessary, but that's a new color, and I love it. That's like, again, unnecessary, but thank you.
I'm sure they wanted to put in something fresh with that same mold, because they're not just using that mold for hidden.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that'll probably be in city sets next year, guaranteed.
Yeah, nowadays they do a lot where I don't know, I feel like they don't use a lot of new colors for new hair pieces, so I was glad to see this one. Usually we see them in CMFs. Same with Emmett's hair in black, which we had in the Flintstones, but it's nice to see it here. The detailing on all their torsos, and I think there's a new face print or two. But really, what gets me is not only the builds, but those printed. I love printed pieces that are like small pieces, and there's so many of them.
A red pumpkin on the back right tree of the temple.
Oh, that's a lantern, I think. But yeah, that's the pumpkin piece. You're right.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay,
I didn't even notice that. That's a great spot. Wow.
Wait, are these prices right on here? Because it says like the one set's $80, and you said the other one's $120.
Yeah,
How is that one?
Okay.
I don't understand that.
I know that one. I was like, that should be 60 at most, but apparently it has 900 pieces. So there you go. It has 880 something.
They're hiding them somewhere.
Yeah, me personally, I'm not a price per piece ratio guy, so I said, hey, you know, with the dance one, it's more than I expected, so I got to build it and see if it's really worth the price. Yeah. But there are some really, like, for some reason, which is awesome that they made a new rat mask piece. Like they usually don't do new pieces with these types of sets, but there's one here. It's a rat mask for the rat suit guy. So that's incredible. Like they have the Karen hair, as I call it, in green, which is really cool. And then all those the lions have like some really awesome prints, and they're posable, and oh man, I love these.
Yeah.
I'm in love with these. So the frog pieces in gold. Oh,
if you don't do a whole wedding skit, I'll do one for one of my vlogs when I see you. When you have
I want
these
to.
sets.
I do.
I'll play the music and you'll put on the mask, and I'll
what
wed
mask?
I will wed you.
I know. I want to do one.
We'll do it in front of the Lego store too.
The Lego store. I'll be all dressed up in a suit. Yeah. We'll
Ryan,
see,
you can go online and become an ordained minister for like $25 on some random website.
Oh my god, that'd be so
all right,
funny.
You got to. That's it.
For now, your certificate.
That's a good one.
To it. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, but good sets. I'm not gonna buy them. Justin's gonna buy them. Greg, will Brickatect buy?
I'm gonna buy them. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to get them on a deal. I'm shocked you're not buying them, though, Ryan. Like, who is this new Ryan that doesn't buy everything? I don't understand.
I know, right? That is weird.
What's happening?
I don't have
I
space.
feel like you will, honestly.
I might turn around on this big temple one. You've been selling me, and red pumpkins look pretty cool.
Ryan sees this on eBay next week. He pays $600 for it, so you can have the first.
That's the thing.
The Batmobile? Oh yeah, that's right. So the Batmobile got leaked in the store. We didn't talk about that yet. Did you see my?
We talked about it last week, didn't we?
We did, but we couldn't show the picture because it wasn't leaked at the airport yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it got leaked at the bill. Did you know it got leaked at the Billund Airport, Greg?
Yeah.
I looked up the plane prices. It would have been like $4,000 for me to get a round trip that day to go get it. I thought about it. Would have been funny.
I can't believe you actually thought about it. But,
I would make the money back.
It would make the money back.
It would not make the money back.
No,
I think it would.
No,
it's a tax write-off.
You got to make it a
$4,000 tax
10-minute,
write-off.
Make it a 10-minute bam. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, if you ain't first, you're last. I'm getting on the plane now. The unfortunate probable outcome of that is I get there and it's not on the shelf and they took it down. It's like, well,
Oh,
here goes that. So
they're like, you should have called before you came in.
yeah, exactly.
You're having flashbacks.
My other thing is like $4,000 is like a Super Bowl ticket, so I'd rather do that if I was gonna spend $4,000.
You should just faked it and be like, you go to like some random airport. It's not there, and then series you're stuck in Denmark or something. Like, would have been perfect.
Huh.
I don't think anyone would have ever questioned your dedication to Lego after that, Ryan.
If there was a sponsor willing to pay for a plane ticket, I would have done it. I would have given up 3 days of my life just for the meme. Even if I didn't end up with the set, it would have been funny.
Hey, Denmark's a beautiful place, I'm sure. So
If you would have done a GoFundMe and had enough time to do it, you could have easily pulled it off with your fan base, with the 501st Army or whatever you're calling your people.
12-hour GoFundMe. Everyone go.
Yeah. I need your money now.
Yeah. So I got this comment, moving on to the next topic, and I still might make a video on it, and I was thinking about making a video on it, but maybe it would be a better podcast topic. I'm calling this the worst comment I've ever received.
Wow.
I don't know what to make of the comment, so I guess I'll read it for everybody, because I don't think Justin, you and Greg haven't seen this, right? I just moved it.
you showed me yesterday.
Wow.
Oh, I showed you yesterday, right, Justin? That's right.
Yeah.
But here's what the comment says. I got it on screen for people. It says, M&R, and this I think can apply to anybody in the LEGO community, right? That's really what I'm really looking at this as, like, that this is like a train of thought that is like against like pretty much everyone here.
Sure.
M&R, I find it stupid and wasteful that you have revolved 1/4 of your life around interlocking display and play models. It's a very elegant way to put it. Why would you not want to socialize and find a girlfriend? I don't think girls find Lego collectors attractive. They would most likely find someone that put people ahead of bricks that a company can easily remake no matter how old the product. Don't get me wrong, I was a Lego collector for a while until I realized that they are an expensive hobby to invest money into. You still live with your parents and don't have a stable job to maybe one day support a family. Are you former Lego collectors going to let the best years of your life slip by you for plastic bricks? I have decided to try something new, and I find a lot more joy than I previously had in Lego, and it's far less time expensive. I now appreciate socializing and hanging out with friends that long-term friends building stronger relationships and not building models that don't have a personality. YOLO, and this is not how I'm going to spend the rest of my life. So, thoughts? Anybody?
I have a lot of thoughts on this.
It's a doozy. It really is. It is.
Well,
a
first
doozy.
off, I was gonna say, trying yesterday. This is like a troll comment, basically.
I know, but I think this person's genuine. Like, I think this is literally how they think.
Well, if he is genuine, though, it sounds like some girl dumped him for liking Lego, and he's like butthurt. So he's like, you know what? I don't need Lego, and so he's like, I'm better off about Lego.
I like imagining that one.
That's what I feel like if he is genuine.
I can't figure out if the person it's either reeks of jealousy or bitterness. I don't know which it is, but he's obviously has something against you, Ryan, because he calls you out on mobile things. But it's like different people have different preferences in life and different goals and aspirations. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
Like maybe him socializing and doing whatever he's doing that's less time expensive or whatever. Maybe that's his thing, but everyone has their own thing. And I don't see why you need to force that on someone else.
Speaking of time expense, I wonder what it cost him to write this comment.
For real.
But like, I just
if he is genuine too, like what a waste of time. Like,
I just don't understand I don't like finding it stupid and wasteful that you revolved 1/4 of your life around an interlocking display and play models. Why would you not want to socialize and find a girlfriend? Like, those two things are not I don't know the exact term, mutually exclusive or inclusive.
Yeah.
Like they don't both have to exist on their own, or they can coexist. That's what I need.
And spoiler alert, freaking having a YouTube channel is one of the coolest things. I think that it attracts girls even more.
Yeah. What I find interesting is that line where it
Unless-
says you still live with your parents and don't have a stable job to support a family. I would go as far to say that the path you're on right now is going to make you more money than you would ever have made working at a regular job had you.
Oh yeah.
The potential is so
That's
much higher.
literally why I left college. Like it's like
Have you ever
okay,
said
I could
that
do
publicly?
something
Wait,
boring.
is this the
That
first
I've
time?
said it. No, I've said it. I've said it a few times. Like I could spend my time doing something that everybody else could do, doing something I don't really care about because half of these classes aren't even relevant to my major. Or I could take a risk and do something that is so cool. Doing YouTube videos of something I love for a living. Heck yeah, I'm going to choose that. And if it fails, okay, I'm going back to college. Whatever.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Like,
if it fails,
that's the thing.
all right, whatever.
Yeah, it's not like you're not employable. It's not like you obviously have communication skills. You can manage time. You have all these
Yeah.
skills.
I don't know
that-
about my
And,
time
and
management.
plus, with the YouTube stuff, even if it does fail, like you'll still have connections at the end of the day. You'll learn. I've learned so much about marketing from YouTube alone.
Yeah.
And that was the major I was doing. I was doing marketing. So
I mean,
yeah.
I think I was talking to Justin about this yesterday. Maybe I think
Probably was, yeah.
If my YouTube channel ever failed and I go back to school, I think I would try to get a job in Lego because that's what I enjoy. That would be the coolest thing.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that would be where I would try to go. Now, would they hire me is a whole different question, but like that would be my like first like my drive would be like to go there first, like something I'm familiar with and something I know and like I understand the inner workings of, or at least I think I do.
Uh-huh.
So like that would be what I would want to do if anything ever happened. But like so
Yeah.
why would I not want to socialize and find a girlfriend? Because Legos are cool, or duh. No, dude, I socialize with people. I don't have a girlfriend currently, but I had a girlfriend. So, I mean, you don't have to have a girlfriend every day of your life. Like, it's not like right now. I'm not really like I'm in the gym. I'm just I'm working on my stuff. Like, in 6 months I'll revisit that. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. Like, that's not something I need right now. Like,
Yeah.
You're also
Greg's
very-
married and he loves
I'm
Lego.
spending so much time on my YouTube channel and playing Call of Duty. I don't have to, dude. Honestly, I don't know if the last year and a half go as well as they had if I had a girlfriend because of how much time that takes. I really don't. It's an interesting what if.
Yeah.
Try having a kid that you're taking care of every day, and having a family, and having a house, and doing all that stuff with that, and trying to run 2 YouTube channels.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Hey, I run too. I got
Exactly.
M&R vlogs and
That's true.
games that I upload to
And-
once a month.
And builds.
And builds that I had probably
news.
made that. And news, yeah. What else? And
Yeah,
Ryan
yeah,
and
yeah.
JoJo, the Legacy
Leaks, yeah.
channel. Hasn't been uploaded to in 7 years. But trust me, new videos coming soon. The return. No, but like
yeah.
those things aren't exclusive. You can have both. You can enjoy the hobby or the Lego as a job or YouTube as a job the way we have it, and
Yeah,
still have
and that's the thing. And a
wife,
lot of
girlfriend,
kids,
whatever.
a lot of people have asked this, and we've talked about it a lot of times. Like, liking Lego isn't something that like girls are gonna like not like you anymore for. Like, it's Lego is super acceptable now. Like, it's a cool hobby.
Yeah,
it's become mainstream.
Yeah, it's definitely more accepted, and I think people overblow the whole like I don't think girls are just gonna like see your Lego collection and be like, oh my god, yeah, I'm out. Like that's not what defines you. It's not.
Here's what they're gonna see. A girl is gonna not necessarily care about the Lego collection. They're gonna say, "Oh, you're self-employed. You're driven. You make your own hours. You work from home. You have all kinds of flexibility, and you're making good money. I like you."
That reminded me of the thing I heard yesterday. It was like, yeah, I just signed a 4-year contract with Ford, but you just got a lease on a car. It's just I don't know where I heard it yesterday, but that one popped back in my mind. I just signed a 4-year contract. It makes it sound way better.
Yeah, but no, it is just an awesome thing that we get to do what we do, and I think if anybody is putting you down for liking Lego, don't associate with them because they're putting you down for liking something that you're passionate about. Like, piss off if you're doing that. Don't put people down.
The thing
for
about like a
something
stable job, like obviously your income on YouTube is going to be in flux. Like it just is. It's like it's like being an NBA player. Well, I guess you don't have a stable job because in 5 years you could be out of the league with your $20 million in the bank. You're going to be unemployed. What are you going to do?
Here's literally what I say when people say, "Oh, stable or whatever. Like, okay, well, no job is stable. Okay, you could be hired one day and you could be fired another day. Like,
Exactly.
what makes YouTube any different? You know?
That's a good question. Greg, have you ever been fired, or is that like I don't?
I've never been fired, but
I'm just curious now. All of a sudden,
I mean, you could work at a job for 30 years of your life, plan to retire in 10 years, whatever, and be called in and be like, yeah, the company's not doing well, and we're gonna have to let everyone go. And that could happen, and it happens.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'd rather have hundreds of thousands of bosses than have one that makes all the decisions in my life.
Oh, well, for me, I see it this way. I'm like, nobody's my boss. I don't even see Susan as my boss. I can do what I want,
No, but if you look at subscribers as like the people that are employing,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like you lose one, you gain one. Like it's like,
yeah, that's just extra motivation to do it for a living. For me, it's like I'm my own boss. I could wake up when I want. I could put whatever the heck I want. If I don't want to put a video up today, I won't. Even though I do daily videos anyway. But you get the point. So yeah,
I did that the other day. I just decided I didn't want to put up a video that day. It felt good, to be honest.
The only thing is that mindset. Like I said that last week. I'm like, okay, I can't let myself fall into that mindset for November and December. But after that, we're good.
No, I feel you. I've uploaded like 14 days straight since then, but it's all right. I was just like, I just wasn't feeling it that day. And sometimes you just gotta have one of those like mental.
Yeah.
In school,
this is one of the coolest
convince
jobs,
your parents like you need a mental health day to stay home from school. It's just like the like don't even pretend to be sick. Just say you want a mental health day.
There you go.
That's what you got to ask for.
Stressed out, yeah.
But like then finally, like the final thing I guess I'll touch on is like, are you gonna let the best years of your life, of living, slip by you for plastic bricks, dude? Plastic bricks are like a top 3 thing of my life. Like it's amazing. I love it. What do you like? I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're like, here's my thoughts on this. Like, ultimately, you're a YouTuber. You're a Lego YouTuber. But like, what if instead of doing videos about Lego, you were like driving like exotic cars and racing them on racetracks? Would he say the same thing then? Like, are you going to let the best years of your life go by racing cars and having a great time with your life? Like, he's just looking down on Lego because something happened in his life where he doesn't find Lego valuable anymore.
Probably the truth. I didn't look through it with that lens, but something probably happened to him. Like who hurt you? That's what I should.
But again, maybe it was just as simple as him realizing, like, yeah, maybe I should be putting more time into my social life, and he is enjoying that, and maybe he feels like you should feel the same way. And the thing is, not everyone's the same.
Yeah. No, and I mean, I'm very accepting of that. Like I understand that people are just gonna disagree. Like Dalek made a whole video like anti the video I made about the FTC, and I drove an hour and a half to hang out with him in Orlando yesterday. I don't hate him because he made a video that wasn't particularly pro what I had to say, like just his opinion, like whatever. But like I completely disagree with everything this person said in their comment. I think something happened to him. I think you guys are right. You guys brought that to my attention. And I think he also like people go through their dark ages like a thing in the Lego world, and this person is clearly trending that way. Like that is clearly their mindset. They've already mentally stepped out of the Lego world, yet for some reason he's still kind of here watching videos and stuff, which doesn't make sense 100%.
Weird. That always makes me laugh when stop making videos for kids or whatever. And I'm like, why the hell are you on my channel then? Like, if you see Lego videos as kid videos, why are you on here?
Yeah, so I don't know. I
think he could have wrote this same comment, but did it in a whole nother way that would have actually been constructive. Like instead of saying I find it stupid and wasteful, he could have been like, Ryan, recently I got out of Lego and I've been doing a lot more socialization and hanging out with people, and I find that really rewarding. And I was just wondering, do you ever feel like just focusing all your time onto Lego may not be the best thing for you, either socially or for your future? Yeah. Like that would have been so much better to write that.
So like the thing, like my idea of a good Friday night, right? Like is like some people it's like, let's go to the bar and like get wasted. My idea of a good Friday night is sit down on Call of Duty for 6 hours and just dominate. That is what's fun for me. Like it always has been and always will be. And like
see, that wouldn't be fun for me, but
exactly.
I respect that because it's your life.
And
it makes you happy. Good.
Ever.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at on that. I think that is the worst comment. Like even like, you know, like you look dumb, you're an idiot, like those whatever. Like this might be the worst comment I've ever seen on YouTube, or at least like directed at me. So that's the way I look at it. And that brick clicking because I showed your name on the thing. Like don't feel bad. Like I don't hate you. Just you're number one on the list of bad comments I've ever gotten. Congratulations.
I don't think it's malicious though. I don't think.
Yeah, at first I thought it was a troll comment, but now that we talk, I think Greg, you're right. I don't think it's malicious either.
I think he's actually trying to like change your mind or change you possibly.
Yeah, I think he thinks I'm in a bad place or something, or that I'm heading in a bad place, and I don't think that's what's happening. Like, he should copy and paste his comment onto like 5 other people's channels though, and change out the name. So there's that. But yeah, like I'm very happy right now. I go to the gym a lot.
If you're in a bad place, you realize how many people would want to be in the exact place you're in right now?
I know that's the professional sports player thing. Like, oh, my mental health is poor, but I make $20 million a year, and then there's that whole thing that you get every once in a while on Reddit. So like, and people are like, why are you crying about? Like, you make $20 million a year, boo-hoo, your feelings got hurt because someone called you a name in the arena or whatever. Like, all that stuff happens. So like, I get it, but
I when people say that, I still like, people are people too. Money isn't like the thing that makes everybody happy, like people think that when you have money it means you're always happy. I don't think that's true,
No.
But
all right, well, you guys have anything else you want to say?
Joker. We never talked about Joker. So we
are,
gotta do
are
a
you
little
sure
mini-
we never talked about it?
Okay, Greg, did we talk about it?
We didn't talk about it because I was supposed to go watch it and I didn't watch it.
Oh,
So
so you haven't
still
seen
didn't
it?
watch
Okay.
I pretty much I'm sure I know everything that happens in the movie, so we can do it now or do it another time.
Once you watch it, we'll do a little discussion. I miss our movie discussion.
All right. Yeah, we'll have episode 9, Mandalorian, weekly Mandalorian discussion. Are you guys gonna watch that?
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm going to watch
That'd be a
it.
good way to bookend episodes, because that way it can be at the end. So if people don't want the spoilers, and then we can stay on top of that. And then when the Clone Wars, not that the Clone Wars will have any big plot points that we won't be ready for. But
well, I'm not going to be doing that one.
Oh, you haven't watched that? That's right.
I don't know. Well, my goal maybe is to do a series leading up to it where I'm like, okay, watching Clone Wars for the first time.
It's a lot of Clone Wars.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see.
It's a lot.
See. Maybe. Would you be
Or
down
start
for a
yesterday.
rewatch? Like if I start watching,
would I? Maybe. Give me a concrete idea, or maybe a rough outline idea on that. I would be down, because there's a lot of times when people like bring up references, and I'm like, guys, I watched the Clone Wars as it came out, like 2008.
Exactly.
Like, I watched it weekly as it came out. I don't remember. Like, I just don't. So, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea. I just.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we might do it. I mean, it's going to be on Disney at the start.
Okay.
Okay. If it is,
Yeah, I could replace it, because I'm about to finish The Office for the second time, so that would actually time out with what I watch. Yeah, I've watched it straight through again. So
how could you waste all this time watching The Office when you could be out socializing?
I watch it when I go to bed. All right.
No. Yeah, I'm almost done with Breaking Bad. There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Dude, that's so good.
Did you guys see the movie?
Yes.
Of course, no spoilers.
Yes, I did.
Did you see it?
I
Greg?
saw mixed reviews on it, and I'm hesitant to watch it, but I think I'm going
It's a
to.
different
All right.
type of movie. It's just
All right, no
different.
spoilers.
So, you guys should watch it though. It's just.
But yeah,
different.
Well, Greg, try to watch it by next episode, because I'm probably going to have seen it by then.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, there you go.
Bricks and Bits episode 68. Next week's guest is Penn Plays. So if you guys have any questions for him, you can drop in the comment section below. And
he's one of the biggest fans of Bricks and Bits.
Yeah.
He's always there.
Well, Wumba Watson was the first Bricks and Bits mega fan of the OG Bricks and Bits, but we'll get him a plaque. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We'll be back next week. Goodbye.